Okay, welcome back to PS Rants. I'm Aaron, and this is.
DDR otherwise known as Drew.
And tonight we're going to be reviewing the newest episode of Law & Order Special Victims Unit called Farewell Munch. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of what happened in this episode. Detective John Munch has been part of the SVU team since the beginning. All of the seasons up to season 15, and tonight was his last episode. So SVU starts out in a bar celebrating him, and he's telling stories, and Olivia tells stories, and they're doing a roast. And in the middle of the roast, Olivia Benson gets a text message from a previous victim, season 13, episode 6, Sarah Walsh, that she's been attacked again. Now, she can't remember the exact details, but she thinks it's her previous rapist from that episode. And so they investigate the case, and they come to find out that it's a completely different person, and his name is, what was his name again? I don't remember.
Cameron Tyler.
Cameron Tyler. And he was also accused of raping 8 other women, and eventually they find evidence and get him arrested. So I'm going to go to Drew now for his reactions to the episode.
My reaction was it was a very heartfelt episode. I mean, I thought the farewell was a little rushed, as in it wasn't. However, it was also a good thing that they didn't make that the whole episode. They made it the beginning and the end, but they didn't make that the whole episode. There were a lot of heartfelt scenes in this episode, like at the end when Olivia's talking to Sarah Walsh. That was a very dramatic moment, and I liked that. And it got me. I thought she was faking at the beginning, and turns out she wasn't.
Good. So my reactions, if you haven't been watching SVU recently, in the beginning of the season, Olivia Benson got attacked by a man that they were prosecuting at the end of season 14. And so her character has developed differently. PTSD. Essentially, she has post-traumatic stress disorder, but she still is working through that, and she's working with her boyfriend, who is Munch's old partner, Brian Cassidy,
who's also the Mayhem from the Allstate commercials.
Mm-hmm. And so I thought that the building up of the story and the way that they investigated it was fantastic. Did I want more court parts to be in it? Yeah. Does that always happen? No. So it's all just dependent upon what you were looking for tonight's SVU episode. One thing I will say is I wish they would bring back ADA Casey Novak, who is Diane Neal. She was on the show for 5 consecutive seasons, making her the longest running ADA in Law & Order history. So I'm hoping they bring her back at some point.
Okay, now we're going to score. Unfortunately, we're doing this right after the episode aired, so there is no scores up yet. But we have our system of judging these, which are characters out of 2 points, acting out of 3 points, story out of 4 points, and twist out of 1. For characters, I only give it a 1 because I got angry at a lot of the characters in this. So I only give it a 1, but it's a very, very close to 1.5 1. Acting, I gave it a 3 out of 3 because it was superb acting as always on the show. And and story, I give a 4 out of 4. I thought the story was set up very well. For diehard Law & Order SVU fans like the person standing next to me, you know these characters already. You know practically the story already. But I thought it was played out very well, so I give it a 4 out of 4. And then twist, I thought there was a twist because, like I said, at the start when they were being a little overprotective, I thought, yeah, they were faking. They're just trying to frame her previous rapist. But I was wrong, so I'm going to give that a twist. I'm going to give that a point for a twist. So overall, I give this episode a 9 out of 10.
And so for my scores, I gave characters a 1.5, and the only reason I gave it a 1.5 is because we saw Olivia, Amanda, Nick, John, Odafin, Cragen, but we didn't see their new assistant district attorney, Michael Barba. So they only get a 1.5 for that. Acting, they get a 3. story they get a 4, and I gave them a twist, so they got a 1 for that, and I gave it a total of 9.5 out of 10.
Okay, so thank you for watching. Again, we are PS Rants. I'm Drew, aka DDRAPW.
And I'm Aaron. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. We put out new videos every day. And follow us on Twitter.
Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.